If you grew up around the same time I did, Looney Tunes was a staple of my daily entertainment, whether it was VHS movies, episodes on Nickelodeon, or even the occasional summer trip to Six Flags. So in the early 2000s, with Time Warner looking to revive interest in Looney Tunes properties by running the library on Cartoon Network, video games seemed like a shoo-in. So why wouldn't you use that IP, stick it on a console equipped for 4-player multiplayer, and have some of your favorite Looney Tunes characters beat the hell out of each other? Let's take a brief look at Loons, the fight for fame. Throughout the life of the Xbox, you'll find a number of games referred to as Power Stone clones, an allusion to the series of arena fighting games for the Sega Dreamcast. And a lot of them, at first glance, simply tacked on a licensed property and called it good. I'd argue that Loons, the fight for fame, is only similar in that it has 3D environments and there's fighting, but those looking for a full-on Looney Tunes fighting game may end up disappointed. You'll select from Sylvester the Cat, Taz, Daffy Duck, and of course, Bugs Bunny. You'll go head-to-head against up to 3 opponents in Yosemite Sam's screen tests. The easiest way to win is to whittle down your enemy's star count to nothing, knocking them out. Each character has their own way of dealing out pain, but there are a multitude of pickups you can use to give yourself additional range. Each level also has these circles of light, which allow you to use a set piece that can launch missiles, drive a vehicle around, or use something to otherwise damage your opponent and take their stars for yourself. Some levels simply require you to defeat your opponent, while others have their own win criteria, so you may find yourself having to do more than just fighting. Assuming you can get to 10 stars, represented by this star meter flashing and spinning, you can jump into the glowing ring to initiate a level-specific minigame, and those levels are somewhat interesting. The first one, called Temple Run, plays a lot like Pac-Man or a lesser-known arcade and NES game, Trog. Or you've got this Marvin the Martian themed take on Galaga, where the other fighters are the enemy ships. As I mentioned before, completing these minigames can be one of those additional requirements to complete a given level. I appreciated the inclusion of these additional game modes, and once you've experienced them in the campaign, they can be selected right from the menu. Sadly, there's no additional or unlockable characters in this one, and I think that's a fairly big miss. No Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote, Foghorn Leghorn, Granny. What about a Space Jam themed level with the Monstars as additional hazards? What Loons does offer in the way of special rewards is nearly 6 minutes of compiled Looney Tunes footage, some of which I've already burned into my mind from repeat viewings of the 1983 movie Daffy Duck's Fantastic Island, set against some classic orchestral music. So is Loons worth grabbing? Yes and no. It is a true exclusive, so you'll only find this game on the Xbox, not PC, not anywhere else. It makes good use of the license, so those who are big fans of Looney Tunes will probably find some enjoyment, especially with the multiplayer. But I think the lack of additional characters is a big disservice to the IP, and the gameplay can be a little bland and mashy. There are other games on the Xbox that incorporate that 4-player arena-based pseudo-fighting mechanic with greater success, and those, which I hope to cover in the future, may be a better option for you than Loons. That should about do it today for Xboxer Briefs. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.